The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Oh, yeah. The BC boys there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show.
Hey,
Yep, yes. No, go.
Sorry, I thought you were going to say the time. 11 minutes to 5. Wait. Yeah, 5. Hey, fellas, today I had a bit of I mucked something up, right? So I ordered this game online, right? Mm-hmm. Nowadays you can just...
Is this Nerd Chat?
Yeah, it's Nerd Chat.
Have you got the sting
We
for
don't have a Nerd Chat sting, Mike, all right? I forbid that. But I bought a game. I like to have the physical copy rather than just get it digitally. I'm old schools. You know me, I'm old
Is this
schools.
still Nerd Chat?
Yeah. And I ordered it last week. It arrived yesterday. It was in a little package on my doorstep, and I was very excited. And I opened it up, and I pulled it out, and I realised I had bought the PS4 version of the game when I've got a PS5.
Right.
Right, so I wanted the more modern, and I'd accidentally bought the wrong one.
Oh, God.
So this morning, I went into the nearest...
Did you say, oh, gosh, darn
I
it?
said, oh, gosh, dag nabbit. And then I got into work first thing this morning and walked down to the nearest electronics store, which just so happened to be on Queen Street for this particular chain of stores.
Sure.
I walked in there with my game, and there's a lovely lady at the counter, and I said, hey, sorry, g'day, my name's Keyzie, how are you? That's what I said.
Yeah.
And then she's, I don't care what your name is. What do you need? And I said, so funny story, I bought this game. I thought I was buying the PS5 version, but I bought the PS4 version.
Yeah.
Guy over her
remember
shoulder, all right, he's probably 25,
Yeah.
turns around and goes, you realise it works on both? And then I instantly couldn't help it with a big grin on my face, said, yeah, but it's not quite the same though, is it? Because it's just not. It's not quite as, you know,
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
I can use it,
Yeah.
but it's not the next level of technology up, the best possible, you know.
Sure.
The creme de la creme.
That's, yeah, Mike. And I said, look, can I exchange it? And then they said, you have to exchange within 24 hours of getting it, 24, to stop people from getting a game, playing it really quick, then bringing it back.
Yeah, sure.
I said, well, it arrived yesterday afternoon, so it's 24 hours. And then she types in some stuff and then goes, do you reckon it's all good to just do an exchange to the guy? And he goes, well, if it was me, I wouldn't do it, while looking at me.
Yeah.
This is a 25-year-old dude.
Sure. It's about your age then. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm 33, but sure. I'm his co-matua, you know what I mean? I've walked in here, I've made a mistake, a boomer-type mistake. He's looked at me and said, well, if it was me, I wouldn't do it.
Sure.
And then, you know, worst attitude. Anyway, she sorted it out, gave me the refund, and I walked off thinking, that guy's a massive jackass.
Yeah.
9:30 a.m. Hasn't even had a chance. The store opened at 9:30. I was literally one of the first customers, and he hadn't had a chance to have a bad day yet, and he was already a prick.
Yeah.
Was he out of line, or was I, you know?
No, I think he was just one of those guys that hates his job and his life.
I know a guy like that as well. He works at the servo near our place.
Right.
And he acts like he's the man
Yeah.
for working at the servo.
Which is fine.
And there's nothing... It's a strange thing to have an attitude about.
Oh, like okay.
Like you're on his turf now.
Oh, I see what
And
you
he
mean.
hits you with heaps of attitude. He's not like, oh, you know, I work at the servo and I love it and I'm going to be
Which
really
is cool,
friendly.
yeah.
It's like, I'm the man. I know how this joint works. And it sounds like similar vibes to this dude.
Yeah. I was really blown away by it. And I was admitting that I made the mistake, real dumb mistake, you know, and he was just like, you know it works, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
You know,
Yeah, but that's classic nerd attitude, isn't
Oh.
it?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
not
yeah.
something that... I mean, I've run into that all the time at that store that I know it will be.
Yeah.
It's that kind of know-it-all attitude. Oh, don't you even know, blah, blah, blah. It's like, if I knew,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have a job.
Yeah.
Do you know how to plumb? Do you know how to be an electrician?
Do you know how to do radio?
Do you know how to do radio? Probably.
It's not
You
hard.
know, if you want, Keyzie, I could give our old mate Keyzie a call. Remember Keyzie used to collect all our...
You mean our debt collector from 3 years ago?
Yeah. Give him a call. He's still around. Give him pay a visit, maybe.
No, it's all good. I've
Those
sorted
sorts
it
of
out.
people are annoying.
I've sorted it, though. We're going to have a Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle this weekend to figure our things out. So
Yeah.
just because that's really nerdy. So Pugs is massively into it, actually.
What is it?
3 ways.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, in 3 ways.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Tom Petty there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. The time, 26 minutes past 5 o'clock.
Can never get myself enough Tom Petty. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He's got some tunes, brother. Tom Petty.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas, yesterday you'll remember I was telling you that story about how I went down to that shop. There's a shop here in Auckland. They probably have them in other cities, but I went to the one in Auckland. And they specialise in lasering your bolos. It's a specialty they do down there. And I pay around about $500 for 10 turns to have my bolos lasered. I'll probably have them lasered now.
I'm going to say 7 times.
More than that, probably about 12 or so.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah, man. Anyway, I was going to the toilet today. Stand up. I was standing up like a big boy.
Oh, number ones or twos.
And I then put away things, and then I felt a real stinging sensation in my downstairs, and I got my downstairs out to have a look. And I've got some pretty hearty burns, Mr. Burns they call me, on my bolos. So it appears that the laser was a bit too intense. And I've got I don't know, they're not a scab yet, Keyzie.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was going to ask.
It's more just a bit of a weeper down there.
Right.
Can
I just say, be careful out there. As I say, it's the 12th time I've done it. It's never happened before.
I do recall you making the point yesterday that there was a bit of a bushfire, though. Or you hadn't shaved your bolos beforehand.
I don't think this is caused by that. It wasn't a bushfire as such. But I certainly had, do you remember I had that residual heat? Do you remember I was telling you about that? Because they went down the stairs, round the back, out the back picking strawberries. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, and it was hot. So maybe that was related.
Are you surprised that after 12 times of going to get a red hot beam of light fired at your downstairs, that this is the first time you've been burnt? I feel like that would be a common thing.
It is a common thing that it is just something that happens.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But what they generally do is they'll get the settings and then they'll just stick to those settings, and so the chances of anything bad happening when it hasn't happened before are slim. But I don't know what's happened there. What do you reckon it is, Jase?
Well, I actually think to myself, 12 times. 12 times?
Yeah.
It's not working.
It's working pretty good, thanks.
I thought after 10 times that you wouldn't need to do it again because, bolos hair would be so singed and broken and decrepit that it wouldn't grow back.
Yeah. Well, it's nearly there.
Right.
It's nearly there. Hey, man.
Some treatment advice.
Oh, yeah.
So run it under cold water.
Out here in the office.
For 20 minutes. Well, it doesn't,
for 20 minutes.
It doesn't have to be in the office. It can be in the privacy of your own home.
Can be.
It can
right,
be.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, nothing's to stop you from doing it.
Thank you.
Probably be frowned upon. Put some antibiotic ointment on it or antiseptic.
Antiseptic.
Have you got any of that? Because you can put a little bottle of that.
I've got some Latan suntan lotion.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that'll do.
I was thinking more like a genuine like Savlon or something.
Savlon.
A little Savlon. And put that on the ground and just sort of, squat over that. Yeah.
Maybe a flannel with ice cubes in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Make cool and compress. So cool
Yeah.
it down, flannel, ice cube, and then wrap it up tight with bandages. Really compress it.
Sweet.
Well, what they do for sportsmen is they if they.
What about sportswomen?
No, this is particular to men. The testes is, if they get damage to the bolos there, they'll get some ice and then they'll do the glad wrap around it.
Yeah.
And just put the ice cubes against your bolos and then glad wrap it.
Yeah.
I was remembering when I went to the doctor, they said you should elevate. You should elevate it when you've got an injury. Is that right?
That's a hell of a load to elevate.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Audio slave there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. But right now it's time for...
hey guys, text here from Steve. What's for tea, New Zealand? With me, Keyzie.
Yellow weeds, thick crust, monkey porn. Doesn't like watching monkey porn.
Okay, this is way too slow. Let's drop this. It's not relevant. It's just silly.
Can you write up the list for me, Pugsan?
Yeah, I can find. Yeah.
By the way,
man.
Pugsan's here.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, Pugs.
The reason Pugsan's in is because last week we got him in to chat about an egg recipe he's got.
Yes.
And we kind of did Connie chat instead. So I thought tonight, Pugs...
Broke my trust.
Yeah.
Things like that. Yeah.
And we had to convince you to come back in. And I genuinely want you to talk through the egg recipe because I think it's really interesting and it's not a recipe that you guys would have ever heard of.
Yes, and also because you're the king of sort of Japanese sort of cuisine.
Don't know why you would.
And I love my eggs, Pugsan. And just the other day, actually, I was thinking to myself, geez, what's something different I can do with the old egg? So I'm intrigued by this.
Do you like hard boiling your eggs or sort of boiling your eggs?
I don't generally know. But,
I don't. I hate it.
Yeah.
See, I've sort of never really done that either. Don't.
No,
what are you
just
gesturing
it's
at
the
him
music.
for? This is the music, Jase.
Oh,
There's no
Pug's
other
music.
There's no
Yeah.
other.
I was missing that. Anyway, Pugs.
Anyway, so what I like to do, Jase, is boil some eggs, right? And normally I don't do that. Normally I'm a fryer or a poacher. But this recipe kind of turned me around. Now, what you do is you... Don't look at me like that.
Come on, you can do it, man.
Okay, so you boil your eggs,
Yes.
sort of soft boil so the yolk is a bit creamier,
Still
not necessarily
creamy?
hard.
Sure.
Right? And then you put it in a sealed container and you marinate them, right?
Yes.
Now, what I put in the marinade is I put stock in there, maybe a chicken stock or a dashi stock.
Interesting.
And soy sauce, about half and half of that. Then
Yes.
I put some red chili, some jalapeno, some chili flakes, some garlic.
Wow.
And then married of other things. You could put gochujang paste in there if you like, or it's just anything to give it
Tomato
some flavour and some
sauce?
spice. I don't generally put tomato sauce in there, but you could.
And then you soak them in there. Like, it's a big pool
You soak
of
them
it.
in there, yeah. You give it a few hours, and then they're pretty much ready to go. But obviously, the longer you leave them, the better, and then they last you a couple of days.
And then how many are you doing
How
at
do I
once?
eat them though? Cold?
Yeah,
Nah.
you can put them in a ramen.
Yes.
You slice them in half, put them in a ramen there. Delicious.
Yep.
But I just tend to pop them straight in there, straight in the mouth there.
Good stuff.
So you just you peel them, you've marinated them, and you just eat them whole.
Yeah,
And it's that yummy. You can taste all the spices.
I can't do a cold egg.
can't do a cold
I
egg.
can't do a cold egg.
See,
Old
it's
hot
not-
egg mogi.
Yeah, I am.
I mean, you could microwave it. Or
I'm
something.
very partial to cold egg with a bit of aioli, some curry powder, mash it all up and have that on toast.
Yeah, see,
Oh, now
that
that
sounds quite
sounds
nice.
good.
I'm
A
into
bit, a bit of
that.
cracked
I'm into that.
pepper and some, lemon zest, Mogi.
Yes.
Yeah,
no, I'm
yeah.
down for that, man. What's
Yeah.
that recipe, man? Go again.
So it's you boil your eggs,
Yeah.
then you put them under a cold tap for a while so they cool off. Then,
I
you,
need to take the shells off.
then you take the shells off
Yeah,
and you
yeah, yeah.
smash it up with a bit of aioli, pepper, salt, and some curry powder.
Bloody beautiful. I'll tell you what I do. A little bit of butter in the frying pan there.
Yes.
Rev the shit out of it. You know, got to be hot,
Burny
hot.
burnies? Yeah.
Crack 3 eggs in there.
Yes.
Stick the lid on the bastard. Just walk away, empty the dishwasher and all that. Come back and they've been cooked to buggery.
Yes.
And they're all rubbery in that.
Yeah.
And have them on a couple of bits of toast with some butter, bit of salt, bit of pepper, bit of tomato sauce, bit of Worcester sauce.
Worcester,
bit of
okay, yeah, nice.
Liam Perrins.
Yes.
A little bit of lemon zest, a little bit of basil, fresh basil.
Oh, very
Basil
nice.
on there.
Yeah, very nice. What about you, Keyzie?
I like mine scrambled. Actually, last night, you'll never... As
Yeah.
I was eating dinner last night, and I thought, you know who'll love this dinner? The flowers.
Oh, yeah, go on.
It was a broth with pork mince.
Yum.
It was a giant broth
Yeah.
with pork mince floating in it,
Yeah.
and and noodles,
Yeah.
and like veggies floating in it.
Yeah.
And it was literally just a big pork mince broth.
You're living a life, brother.
Good on you, Keyzie.
Do you want me to read some texts?
Nah.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Nirvana there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show. This, thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Good night. 36 minutes past 4 o'clock. Now, fellas, I wanted to get your opinion on something because it's something that happens to me regularly.
Is it something that bugs you?
Yes.
It's been bugging me.
Does it bug you, Mike, that when something bugs me, Keyzie plays that bug me sting?
It's starting to wear thin, I got to admit.
been bugging me.
It came on me all of a sudden
What did?
that I didn't like that sting.
All right.
I loved it, and then I was over it. Don't
Right.
know what happened.
Can we focus here a bit, please?
Okay.
I've noticed a bit of a phenomenon, and I don't know if it happens to you guys or other people out there in the audience, and it's what I call the courier phenomenon.
So, did you say courier phenomenon?
Courier.
Oh, courier, sorry.
And it's happened to me twice this week. I was stepping into the shower, nude. And as my dog is prone to do, Mogi, and you know this, went off her head. Barking. And I went, oh. Generally, that's a sign that someone's here. And I was literally stepping into the shower, so I quickly pulled on my trackies and my little T-shirt there, and I went up, yes, and it was a courier. And I was like, oh, F's sake.
Yeah, that's, man.
Sign my name there. And then today, I've been waiting all day for a courier to turn up to deliver all of our new bathroom stuff.
Or your lino.
Or
Like
your cheap lino
vanities,
offcuts.
mirrors, heat rack, all that sort of stuff.
A heat rack.
Well, a towel rack. No, that was for the bedroom, the heat rack. Just alongside the sex swing there.
Yeah.
And I've been waiting, and to the point, Mogi, where I didn't even go to the gym. Because
Sure.
my wife said, they're going to deliver it this morning.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can't even go to the gym because of this damn courier. Didn't turn up. It was about, 11:45, and I went, right, I'm having a shower.
Who'd you say that to, the duck?
Just to myself.
I imagine the duck on the couch.
Yeah. I might invite it in again for sure. I was nude again. But this time, in the shower, I'd been in there for about 30 seconds, so I was all wet. Sudded up and stuff with my old... my liquid soap there. Cinnamon and coconut, I think it is. No, sandalwood and coconut.
Oh, now we're talking.
Old Spice.
Yeah, just really working it in there.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the dog goes absolutely ballistic. And I'm all sudded up. I have to quickly wash myself off, get changed very quickly. It's the courier again. And this is a phenomenon. No, a different courier.
Oh.
This is what I've noticed, and I don't know if it happens to anyone else. Couriers turn up, it seems to me,
When you're naked.
when I'm either naked, having a go at myself,
Yeah.
or sporting a rager.
Yeah, so that's most of the day, though.
So I'm wondering if people find that too, that it's almost like they've got hidden cameras in your house, and they go, now I'm going to turn up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you find that, or is that not an issue for you guys?
Well, it's hard for me to know whether if the courier turning up at my house is at the same time as you having a rager. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, do you have a rager and a courier's turned up? That's happened to me.
Nah. Weird.
The issue that I have with couriers, well, I don't have to deal with a courier. They turn up, they throw things on the porch and they bugger off. I don't have to have anything to do with it.
Yeah, well, often I have to sign off, and, today it was all the stuff for the bathroom, so I had to help them carry it all in and stuff.
Well, easy solution, shoot your dog. Because your dog goes off, right? You take your dog up the back paddock, problem solved.
Yeah.
Or you could have a shower first thing in the morning.
Well, I usually have a shower after my gym session, Keyzie.
But you didn't go today.
Yeah, something to do with your rager as well I'm not happy about. Don't know what part of it. Probably the circumcision.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.